Surprise, mother.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with a nightly update. It is Tuesday, May the 20th, 2020. We are just a little over 2 months into this quarantine here in New York City. I haven't really given you guys too many updates with that, but things are, I don't know, it seems like it's less. People are a little less cautious out. I think people are a little more comfortable, although everybody is still following the social distancing guidelines, and there are some things starting to open back up. Obviously not like restaurants and bars, not for seating. You can take things out. One thing that I've noticed is that like all restaurants have a policy right now where you can take alcohol out, which is something that was never acceptable before or was totally against the rules. So I see this pandemic changing a lot of things in the future, but yeah, so people are still social distancing. The MTA has made it where they shut down the trains at 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. or something like that, or 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. so they can do like detailed cleaning of the subway station and the cars and stuff like that. Because for a while it was a little nuts on the on public transportation, on the trains at least. They weren't really getting around to cleaning it, and I think that's partly because they were really short-staffed and there wasn't really a lot of workers. A lot of workers had got sick. Quite a few died. So yeah, I think that was part of the problem initially. All the buses have been free for the past like two months or so. You can ride the bus for free. You still got to pay for the train unless it's an express bus or something like that, some type of bougie bus, which I actually take pretty often myself. But yeah, so you know, like I said, it's less scary out there, but it is still quite a few people that don't know how to wear a mask, that don't know how to deal with the gloves or dispose of the gloves properly. It's a lot of like people that I see on a daily basis that just, I don't know, man. I don't really have a lot of faith in humanity, and I do know a couple of more people that have passed. Personally, my next door neighbor died actually. She was a much older lady, and she had taken a fall a couple months back and was in a nursing home, and then she contracted it in the nursing home. And like one of her friends that comes by to visit just told me this the other day. One of her other older friends that comes to hang with her or whatever, they were coming by to like get some of her belongings from the apartment or whatever. So there was that, and there was a couple of other older people that I know that have passed as well. So yeah, man, it's still pretty bad here in New York. I did speak to a friend who works in the upstate New York in a hospital in upstate New York. This was like maybe like 3 weeks ago or something like that. But he told me that pretty much almost anybody that goes on a ventilator doesn't make it off. It's a very low percentage of people that make it off of the ventilator. So yeah, so you know, it's different in different parts of the country. Obviously, some places that are a little more spread out are only now starting to get some spikes in cases, but it's been pretty bad in New York City. So don't think that shit is all good just because maybe where you are it's all good. You know, it's not. I don't know that it's 100% safe to just start opening up everything right now. Shit, I'm no expert, I'm no scientist, but just being out there in the street every day, I've seen, you know, it was pretty bad here in New York City. So all right, so I'm talking about that for a minute. That was my little COVID-19 update, but I'm working here with the SH Figuarts, Bandai, Tamashii Nation's Dragon Ball Z figures. Like I said last week sometime, I do want to get a nice collage going with the DBZ figures at some point, so I guess I'm just kind of warming up to that. I've got the Figuarts Time Machine back there, and I've said this plenty of times, but Figuarts works really, really well with the DBZ figures. It's like almost perfectly scaled in my opinion. So I have this, and I also have the Saiyan Pod as well. But yeah, Trunks here, Goku, Vegeta. I had put up a preliminary shot of this in the ACBA Facebook group, and I captioned it like, "Let's hug it out, bitch," or something like that, like Trunks is leaving. And so I just added a little more detail here, a couple more props. I got the Takara Tomy box and a backpack skateboard ball the Nike bag. There's actually a Nike sneaker box inside there as well, and it's supposed to be like Trunks is just heading out and he's trying to like hug it out with Vegeta, and Vegeta's being his little angry self or whatever. So just a quick little clean, cropped and contained display here. I was out and about today. Well, I was at work and my man David Walton hit me up and said that, you know, a lot of places were getting in the Marvel Legends Sugarman Build-A-Figure wave. He checked like one of those sort of like finders like BrickSeek. It was called something else though. And I saw that a Target up in the Bronx had like maybe 6. And then I also saw that a Target in Harlem, the Target in Harlem had 8. So I knew that that must have been the case. And I went to Target, and I guess I got some footage here.
My current situation. I heard that Target got the Sugarman wave today. So I said, you know what, let me stop at this Target in Harlem real quick before I head home. Homeboy's checking the back. I think it's a case back there. We'll see what happens. Jackpot. Took him long enough to come out. Thought he was trying to play me, trying to hide them or something, but it's all good. Full wave, I guess I'll leave the double Wolverine. I don't know, maybe I'll still get it, but I'm out of here.
And yeah, so I was able to score the Sugarman wave, and that was good. And it took me like a good 20 minutes to even get inside of the store because, you know, people had to line up and they were only letting a certain amount of people in. But I will be looking at the figures from this wave, and I think I'm gonna do a little giveaway here real quick, being that I got all the figures in the wave plus all in the case plus the double of Wolverine. I'm gonna give away a Wolverine right now. So here's how we're gonna do this. Okay, so the first person to write the proper equation, get the equation written out properly and solve the question in the comments below will win the AOA Wolverine. All right, you don't have to spend anything, you don't have to do anything, just gotta do a little math work. This is a problem for my daughter's homework this evening. All right, so here we go. Luke bought a pair of socks, a pair of pants, and a jacket. The jacket cost 4 times as much as the pants, and the socks cost $7. Luke spent a total of $187. If P represents the cost of the pants, write an equation to match the story and find the cost of the jacket. So the first person to write out the proper equation and solve it will win the AOA Wolverine, and that's how we're going to do this. All right, so thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, peace.
Harlem, bring it with a thrush. Man, you better hush. I could be inside the cage, you could still get touched. And them little guns you got ain't enough for us. Listen here, Mesa make you disappear.